This goes with lesson 8, 8th grade 9-3 on cube roots. So here's 2 vocabulary words at the beginning. Please copy those down. Okay, so we're dealing with cube roots here. So what we're dealing with is basically square roots, right? It's the same idea. Square root is the same number times itself to get another number. That's the square, so the square root would be whatever that number is. So this is the same idea. The cube root is that number that when you cube it, you get this other number. So the cube root of 8, right? The cube root of 8, what number do we multiply 3 times to get 8? And that would be 2. So 2, so we think, right? You think 2 to the 3rd power is 8. So the cube root of 8 is 2. All right, so same idea, same logic. What number do we multiply times itself 3 times? All right, do we do the same number 3 times that we get negative 27? So negative 3 cubed equals negative 27. So the cube root of negative 27 is going to be negative 3. So even though it's a fraction, we still keep working the same idea, same way. So what number cubed is going to give us 1 over 64? So if we think about that, that's going to be 1/4 cubed equals 1 over 64. So the cube root of that is 1/4. The cube root of 1, well, 1 cubed equals 1. So the cube root of 1 is also 1. Finally, the cube root of negative 343. So if we think about that, negative 7, oops, not 3, negative 7 cubed equals negative 343. So that means this is negative 7. So moving on, when we actually solve problems involving cube roots, you always want to try to evaluate the cube roots, simplify them out, and then use that to finish the expression or equation. So 2 cube root of 216, well, the cube root of 216 is 6. So this would be 2 times 6. So our answer is 12. For number 2, 6 minus the cube root of negative 64. Well, the cube root of negative 64 is going to be negative 4. So this is going to be 6 minus negative 4, which is going to end up being addition, right? 6 plus 4. So we get 10. Moving on. Sometimes we have to solve actual equations with this. So we solve it the same way you would solve other things, right? We want to get x by itself. So the first thing we're going to do is divide by 1/4. Divide by 1/4. So that gives us x cubed over here. Negative 2 divided by 1/4 is going to be negative 2 times 4. So that's going to be negative 8. So x cubed is negative 8. Well, to undo x cubed, we need to take the cube root. So we take the cube root of both sides. That means x is going to equal negative 2. Looking at example 2, go ahead and take a second, do it yourself. All right, hopefully you did that. So cube root of m is going to be, m cubed is m, and the cube root of negative 125 is going to be negative 5. So you're just thinking what number times itself 3 times is going to give you that number. Hope it helps.